You are the master of your fate. Let's begin. Friend, if you're hearing this right now, if something in your life feels foggy, stuck, or low energy, I need you to know it's not just in your head. And it's not that you're lazy, unmotivated, or broken. It's that your inner light, that sacred, unshakable source of direction and energy within you, may be blocked. Now, maybe you felt it. You wake up and instead of clarity, you get confusion. Instead of hunger, you feel heavy. You look at your goals, your routines, even your relationships, and nothing moves you like it used to. You keep telling yourself, I should feel grateful. I have no reason to feel this off. It'll pass, but the feeling lingers. It's deeper than a bad day. It's not sadness. It's not burnout. It's a spiritual traffic jam, a blockage between the life you're living and the life you were meant to create. And here's the truth most people avoid. Your inner light does not dim by accident. It dims when you stop cleaning the lens it shines through. Your mind, environment, and energy. Let me be real with you. If you feel this way, drained, unclear, low, it's not a punishment. It's a signal, a divine one. It's your spirit trying to speak, trying to say, this version of you isn't working anymore. That whisper, that discomfort, it's not weakness. It's sacred communication. It's your soul tapping you on the shoulder saying, we're not aligned, we're out of rhythm, let's fix this. So today, right now, I want to talk to you about reclaiming that light. Because when your inner light is strong, everything changes. Your thinking sharpens, your emotions stabilize, your confidence grows, and your direction becomes undeniable. Now, before we get into the steps, let me tell you something that could change how you see your entire life. The outer world reflects the inner climate, and the moment you stop tending to your inner light, distraction, noise, and chaos start to creep in. And when your inner light is blocked, life feels off, even when it's going well. You might be in the right place with the right people doing the right thing, but if your inner world is out of alignment, nothing feels true. And that's not failure, that's feedback. Feedback from the deepest part of you, the part that knows you were made for more than just surviving your days. So the first step, you have to stop pretending you're fine. Stop normalizing low energy. Stop pretending that numbness is normal. And most of all, stop outsourcing your peace to the world outside of you. You don't need to fix your whole life in a day, but you do need to begin. And we'll begin by removing the block, because the light is still there, buried under noise, clutter, and years of trying to fit into someone else's version of who you should be. And my job, just like it was when I worked with the greats, is to remind you, you are not broken, you are simply buried. And today, we begin to dig. If you were born with light, and you were, then the question becomes, what blocked it? Because let me tell you, friend, it didn't just vanish. It got covered, not destroyed, not stolen, covered. And the worst part is, it often happens quietly, not in a single moment, but in 1,000 little ones. So subtle, most people never realize it until they wake up one day exhausted, confused, and spiritually numb. Let's look at how it happens. 1. Noise overload. You are not designed to consume thousands of voices a day. Yet from the moment you wake up, your attention is hijacked. News, posts, opinions, updates, comparisons. The light within needs stillness, but we drown it in noise. And you know what happens when you do that for long enough. You stop hearing your own voice. The voice that says, this isn't working. The one that says, there's more for you. The one that could lead you back to purpose, if only you'd turn the volume down. 2. Emotional clutter. The things you refuse to process will pile up. Resentment, guilt, shame, comparison, they don't just vanish, they build walls. Every time you suppress instead of address, you add a brick. And eventually, that wall becomes so thick, your inner light can't even break through. Listen to me. It's not that the light is gone. It's just trapped behind layers of emotional debris you never cleared. 3. Living out of alignment. You tell yourself, it's just a job. It's just a phase. It's not that bad. But the truth is, your daily actions are out of sync with what your spirit wants. You know you are meant to lead, but you keep shrinking. You know you need to create, but you keep consuming. You know you need to leave, but you stay because it's safe. And every day you live out of alignment, your light grows dimmer, not because it's weak, but because you're putting it in a place it was never meant to live. 4. Tolerating environments that drain you. Some people drain you. Some rooms deplete you. Some conversations leave you feeling smaller than you were before. But you stay because it's familiar, because it's what you've always done. Let me be clear. If your environment doesn't support your light, it's blocking it. And if you don't make the decision to protect your peace, Someone else will make the decision to disrupt it. Now, let me pause and tell you something important. This is not about blame. This is about recognition. You are not weak because you let your light get blocked. You are human. Every person, even the great ones, face this. Even the most brilliant among us had to clear space, recalibrate, and realign. The only difference, they didn't let the blockage become permanent. They didn't normalize the fog, and neither should you. The moment you recognize what's blocking your light, you regain your power to clear it. The next sections, that's exactly what we'll do. You've seen the blocks. Now we clear them. Let me be perfectly clear with you. You cannot shine from a place of chaos. You cannot create from a soul that is suffocating. And you cannot access your higher potential if your energy is tied up in confusion, resentment, and distraction. So here's the process. Not theory, action. Not nice words, daily practical steps. Let's get to it. Step 1, silence the external. Begin at 24-hour noise fast. That's right. 24 hours, no media, no scrolling, no just checking. Why? Because clarity lives in quiet. You cannot hear truth if your ears are full of everyone else's opinions. For 24 hours, turn down the noise and turn inward. Don't just eliminate, replace. Journal, walk without your phone, read something timeless, or sit in total silence and breathe. Let your own thoughts rise to the surface without judgment. You'll be amazed at what's been waiting to speak to you. Step 2, identify the emotional weeds and pull one. Sit down with a pen and paper, not a screen. Ask yourself this: what have I been carrying that no longer serves me? You'll know what it is. Maybe it's anger towards someone who isn't even in your life anymore. Maybe it's guilt over something you can't change. Maybe it's self-doubt that was planted in you by someone else's fear. Whatever it is, name it, write it down, and then say out loud, "This does not belong to the version of me I'm becoming. I choose to let it go." Burn the paper, tear it up, delete the note. Symbolism matters. Your subconscious pays attention. This is not emotional fluff. It's mental real estate being cleared for light to enter again. Step 3, realign your daily action with your inner self. This is where most people go wrong. They want to feel better, but they don't change their habits. And a misaligned routine will always lead to a misaligned life. So ask yourself each morning, what would the clearest, strongest, most grounded version of me do today? Would that version waste the first hour of the morning scrolling? Would they gossip, complain, avoid hard conversations? No, they would act in harmony with the future they want. So today, not next week, do one thing your future self would thank you for. It could be tiny: saying no to draining obligation, finally sending the message you've been avoiding, choosing water over wine, stillness over noise, courage over comfort. The point is, action in alignment. Every time you act from alignment, your light strengthens. Step 4, change one environmental input. You do not rise above your environment. You are shaped by it. So change one thing in your space that's been weighing you down. It could be cleaning your desk, unfollowing toxic accounts, decluttering your room, playing instrumental music instead of background noise. Don't underestimate how much your external reality reflects and impacts your internal world. You are either building an environment where your inner self can thrive, or you are suffocating your light by tolerating spiritual pollution. Make the space match the future you want. Now let me tell you something personal, something I've seen in every great man and woman I studied. Their light didn't come from luck, it came from maintenance. They didn't just feel inspired one day and stay that way forever. They did the work, inner work, to protect the light within, and they did it every single day. So I ask you, not as your critic, but as your guide, are you doing what keeps your inner fire lit? Or are you just hoping it will survive the storm? Because light is not a luxury, it is a responsibility. You are given something sacred, and it's time you treat it that way. Now that you've cleared the static, you might ask, how do I keep this light burning when life gets heavy again? And it will. The bills will still come. The people will still gossip. The world will still test your peace. But this is where the real shift begins. This is where you stop reacting like a candle in the wind, and you start becoming the furnace that fuels the fire from within. Let me tell you something most people never realize. Your light is not supposed to hide. It's supposed to lead. You are not here to be dimmed by circumstance. You are here to be a living example of what happens when a person protects their mind, honors their spirit, and moves with purpose, even when the world spins sideways. So how do you hold that light when everything else turns dark? 1. You guard your inputs like a fortress. If someone tried to break into your home every day, would you leave the door wide open? No, you'd reinforce it. So why do you let fear, drama, gossip, and trash content barge into your mind with zero resistance? You must become militant about what you allow into your space. Watch what you watch. Filter what you listen to. Be ruthless about who gets your time, because every input is either fuel for your light or water on your flame. 2. You build daily rituals, not occasional bursts. Let me say it plainly. If your only spiritual meal is on Sunday, you will starve by Wednesday. The people who stay centered in chaos don't rely on motivation. They rely on rhythm. Every morning they feed the mind. Every night they cleanse the thoughts. Every day they choose presence over panic, discipline over distraction. So don't wait until your spirit is breaking to take care of it. Build the practices now. 10 minutes of focused silence. Speaking truth aloud before the world speaks lies. Moving your body even when you don't feel like it. Reading something that stretches your vision, not shrinks it. These are not routines. They are lifelines. 3. You become someone who guides, not just survives. Let me tell you what happens when your inner light is strong. People start coming to you. They start asking how you stay calm. They start depending on your presence, not your performance, because light attracts. This is why it matters that you protect your light, not just for you, but for the people you haven't even met yet. You never know who is watching. You never know who's going to rise just because you refuse to dim. It's not about being perfect. It's about being grounded. And let me make one thing clear. A bright light doesn't mean a loud life. Some of the most powerful souls I've ever met didn't shout. They didn't need to. They walked into the room and peace followed. You don't need everyone's attention. You need alignment with your own soul. And the people meant for you will find you by the frequency you carry. 4. You choose identity over emotion. Emotions change. Storms come. Seasons shift. But identity, that's built. So ask yourself, who am I when things go wrong? Do you collapse? Or do you remember? I am someone who protects peace. I am someone who finishes strong. I am someone who keeps shining, even in the dark. Your identity is your anchor. Speak it or write it or live it. And when the winds come, you won't be shaken. You'll be rooted. Let me end this section with the truth no one likes to hear, but everyone needs. You cannot help the world by being invisible. You cannot change your life by staying dim. You cannot meet your calling by hiding your light. So shine, not for show, for purpose. Let them call you strange. Let them say you're intense. Let them whisper. While they're confused, you're becoming. And soon they'll ask how you did it, and you'll answer with nothing but presence. Now that we've walked through the fire, now that we've cleared the fog, you might be asking yourself, what do I do with all this? Because ideas are wonderful. Awareness is powerful. But action is what burns it into your bones. So here's your assignment. Not for next week. Not for when life gets easy. Today, this is what I want you to do. 1. Find the smallest area of your life that feels dark, and bring order to it. Not everything, not a grand gesture. Just one corner. Maybe it's your cluttered room. Maybe it's that one drawer. Maybe it's the inbox you've avoided. Or maybe it's the apology you need to make, or the truth you need to say. Start there, because when the soul feels overwhelmed, the answer isn't to conquer the world. The answer is to prove to yourself that you still have control over something, and small wins create big light. 2. Light a candle literally. I want you to do something unusual. Tonight, turn off the lights, sit in silence, and light a single candle. Watch it flicker, watch it dance, and remind yourself what that flame represents. Your will, your purpose, your clarity, your soul refusing to be swallowed by darkness. Let that flame become your symbol. Whenever doubt rises, close your eyes and see that flame again. Let it live inside you. 3. Write the statement in your own words. Take a pen, not your phone, not a keyboard. Your hand on paper. Write this or whatever version flows from you. I am no longer dimming my light to survive this world. I am choosing to shine not for attention, but because I was made to lead. Put that note somewhere you can see it. On your mirror, in your journal, taped to your laptop, wherever the shadows try to return. Because when the mind forgets, the reminder must remain. 4. Then ask this question before bed, every night for 1 week. Where did I shine today, and where did I hide? Don't judge the answers, just observe them. You'll begin to see patterns, moments where your light wanted to show up, but fear made you tuck it away. Moments where your presence could have shifted a conversation, but silence won. And also moments where you stood taller, moments where you told the truth, moments where you smiled even when no one was watching. These are the moments we build on. You don't become brilliant in one leap. You become it by refusing to turn the switch off. And one more thing. Let this be the day you stop waiting for the world to validate your light. You were not made to shine once they understand you. You were made to shine so they could find you. You were not made to shrink just because someone else is uncomfortable. Let their discomfort be their lesson. Let your light be your legacy. So here's your homework again. Simple, doable, powerful. 1. Bring light to one area that feels dark. 2. Light a real candle and watch it burn. 3. Write your personal declaration and post it. 4. Ask yourself nightly, where did I shine? Where did I hide? Do this for 7 days. No perfection, just intention. And watch what happens. Because when you protect your inner light, when you guard it, feed it, and shine it boldly, you don't just change your day, you change your entire direction. And I promise you, the world is waiting for you to stop hiding. Remember, your success begins the moment you decide to act.